Hi, my name is Jeevan Kumar Vishwakaman and you're watching Alien Brain. On this video, I will talk about Mr. Kamal Haasan and his latest controversies. So, who is Kamal Haasan? Kamal Haasan is an South Indian film actor who has been working in the film industry since his childhood. He's been working in the industry for past 5 decades or so. So, Kamal Haasan and his controversies. Kamal Haasan is no new to any controversies. He has always been into controversies. So, on a stage when he was talking, Kamal Haasan commented that people often ask me that you're a Brahmin, why do you married twice, or why do you have this relationship with multiple girls or something like that. For that, Kamal Haasan would answer that I don't believe in God in any way, but still I believe in Dasharatha, the father of Rama, who married 4 queens and other concubines. So I believe in Dasharatha, so I can marry anyone. Why this become a controversy? Because what he was saying is right and true, that Dasharatha married 4 queens. Then why it has been a problem? Because in that stage it was unnecessary to say anything about Rama or Dasharatha. When you asked why you are marrying a lot of girls, you could have answered like it's my personal thing, or it's my personal opinion or personal need, I would marry anyone. He might have answered like that, but instead of that he pulled the name of God and his father. So that was unnecessary, and he usually do this unnecessarily, bringing this deities and their culture into the talk so that he can get some kind of controversial attention. So that's what become the problem, and Kamal Haasan been into trouble. So is that right to talk about or compare himself with the Dasharatha? That's the question. Absolutely not. Kamal Haasan is not that of a great person to be compared with the Dasharatha. Why is that? First thing, Dasharatha was a king. A king is allowed to marry multiple wives because for his legacy to be spread on the lands where he conquers. Whenever a king conquers a land, he is allowed to marry a lady of that royalty of that country, so that his lineage would start ruling that area. That's why kings were allowed to marry multiple women. And Kamal Haasan is a Brahmin, so obviously he had no land to conquer or no legacy to be spread over. Why would he marry multiple women? So he have no right to compare himself with a king, as he is a Brahmin. And the second one is Dasharatha is a man of his word. As you all know that Rama is the rightful owner of the throne, but Bharata was coronated as the king because his mother, Dasharatha's second wife, asked Bharata to be the king. Dasharatha once in a battlefield gave a word, a promise to Bharata's mother, Dasharatha's second wife, that he would fulfill her 3 wishes, and when the time comes she could ask for it. When the time came of the time of coronating the new prince, Bharata's mother asked for Bharata's coronation as the king. So to keep his word, Dasharatha allowed Bharata to be the king. We all know that from the Ramayana we know how much Dasharatha loved Rama, and every of his brother loved Rama, but yet with painful hearts they have to coronate Bharata. Bharata, even after crowning, he never ruled as a king. He kept his brother's footwear on the seat of the king and ruled alongside that seat. So that much of men they were a person who kept their words. But on the contrary, Kamal Haasan is not a person of his words. He was saying he would never come into politics, but he came. He said he would never join with DMK. They were a corrupt party, but he joined with them for his political gains. So obviously, a man who can't keep his own words, how can he could compare himself with a person who is a king? So Kamal Haasan have no right to do that. And the third thing is, Dasharatha respected his wives, not like Kamal Haasan. And his wives respected Dasharatha, and he kept his wives equally respected and in equal stature, and he married one after another with the permission of the previous. He never married into a woman without telling the other woman. He never had an illegal affair with them. So Dasharatha was a gentleman, not like Kamal Haasan, where his wives led him because of his character. He had a relationship with many other women when he had a wife, and it is because of his character his wives left him. It wasn't him who left the wives, but the wives left Kamal Haasan because of his character, his affairs with other women. His affair with Sri Vidya is well known. His affair with other actresses are well known. So thus Kamal Haasan has no right anywhere near in far future to compare himself with Lord Dasharatha. Dasharatha was a gentleman and he kept his woman in respect and in a great stature, not like Kamal Haasan. He even lived in relationship with Gautami, his former co-actresses, and she also had to leave him because of his character. See, a concubine who living with you throwed you out of your life. What kind of a person you are? That is what Kamal Haasan is. So Kamal Haasan have no right to compare himself with Dasharatha. Then the fourth and last thing is, Dasharatha had children who made his name go higher into the heavens. But what about Kamal Haasan's children? They were not even closer to his career. When you are a person who can't even grow your children to take up your legacy as an actor at least, what kind of a father you are? But Dasharatha was not that kind of a person. He brought up his children as greater people and they made history. So even as a father, you do not have a right to compare yourself with Dasharatha because you're a failure father. You cannot compare yourself with Dasharatha at all because Dasharatha lived a life like a god and you lived a life like a dog. There is two different things. So obviously Kamal Haasan does not have a right. So it is better that Kamal Haasan has to shut all his 9 holes and only open them whenever the nature calls for it to be opened. As I told you earlier, Kamal Haasan is just an actor. He and a poser who thinks he is a Brahmin, and his Brahmin right by birth gives him an authority to be accepted as a great person. So that's it for my side for right now. And I know this video has been rushed too much. I will see you in another video. Thank you.